welcome to Authentic Power. If you're new, if you're a subscriber, welcome back. And today we are gonna dive into the topic of quarantine and this situation that is going on right now. So, first thing first is that this situation is going to change humanity forever. This is the beginning of the change of humanity. And because it is in every single country pretty much, and so this whole situation is bringing us somewhere, and it is in our hands to make it somewhere good or somewhere bad. In reality, this is not bad, nor this is good. This is just another thing that we are dealing with. And so I want to say that in each person that are facing this today, it is our responsibility in how we move on in our lives, in our everyday lives, because this is not impacting us just physically. It is not only taking lives, but it has shaken up the whole world. And I live in a small region, but everywhere I go, the energy that I'm picking up on is that scared of the unknown. People are scared of the unknown, but what is known? What do you know to be true? What do you know to be true? People think that history, school, the system, everything that we are used to is what is true. But now that it is gone, the truth of the system is collapsed. What are we left with? Isn't that a way of us being controlled by the system? Because we don't know anything outside the system. But this earth is not a system. This earth is reality. You are the reality, not the system. And going back to what I'm seeing with people is that people, you shouldn't hold tightly to something that you are used to, and be open to what this change is about, and go deeper to find out what you want to find out truly. Go deeper than just listening to scientists, listening to the people that are coming up with all the theories, solutions, all that shit. It's better to go deeper, because you are your own teacher. You are your greatest teacher. And if you are feel like you're missing out on something, and you have this gut that something is off, then go with that and go do your research instead of following the crowd, because the crowd is part of the system. The crowd is not the truth. And we as humans, we are so used to giving our own leadership away to others that are in power, of authority, power with influence. Power, and by power is essentially people with money. This is how we see power today, sadly. And it is better to be your own book, because what this system has taught us is that, especially from school, is that we are looking back in history either, or we are listening to something that is irrelevant to our minds and heart, is what is knowledge, power, but it is not. Look where we have came in today's world. Look where we have came. It is quite pointless. School is quite pointless. Education is quite pointless. The system is quite pointless right now. Doesn't it look stupid? It looks so stupid. Where is the so-called government? Where are they? We are the citizens of Mother Earth, and we need to listen to Mother Earth, not to news, to people that you don't even know, because you're so lost in who you are. You believe the outside information. No books, no school, no job, no status can bring you closer to who you are. Only by opening this, discovering this. Because we are spiritual beings having human experience every day. And sometimes we become animals instead of human. And it is time for us to all seek the truth for once. Go deeper, really go deeper. Believe that you are a genius, which hold this secret to all this puzzle that is all chaotic, and that you can put it all together for yourself so that you can live in love and joy from now on. So, yeah. Now that we are away from the actual world, I just want to say that we have to learn how to enjoy this period, because like this virus, many of us is shocked and we did not see this coming, and so we quickly went into a panic mode and shut down, and we are struggling to find the good side of this situation. And I just want to ask, like, how do we know that this is the last thing that's bad gonna happen to this world, or this is just the beginning? How would we know? So for me, looking at people acting the way that they are, it makes me think, what if there was something worse than this virus? How would we even go through this together if this is how we are going through it? By suffering it, by being fearful, by being angry, by being confused. How long are we going to stay in that state? Because this is just a problem that you can say Mother Nature gave to us. And maybe this is a test on how are we going to cope. Maybe this is just an exercise to exercise our real strength and be ourselves more and operate from where we feel the happiest, which is your heart. And a lot of us have actually closed our hearts off, and we are fighting against each other. And by that I don't mean physically, but we are bashing each other. We are becoming distant with each other. We are becoming grumpy with each other. We are becoming salty towards each other. And it does not matter who you are and what you are and who your neighbor are, what they are. It does not matter, because we are all humans. And maybe this is the time to realize that we are all the same, because we are all facing the same. And where are we going with the way we are facing it? How are we going? Are we suffering it, or are we empowering ourselves? And because in every bad situation there is a good situation, and that is personally for you guys that are watching. Each person has gone through something that is bad, but in the end was all good. It's just a matter of overcoming that. And this is, the world is still here, the trees are still here, the birds, the sun is still here. Like, people are freaking out for no reason, for no apparent reason. And that is not to say that you guys don't have to take precaution. This is just logic, is to be precautious and follow the steps that you need to protect yourself. But that doesn't mean that you have to put a shield in your whole life, like you're gonna stop living. No, this is a time to live fully. If you always had something in your mind that you always wanted to do, and you always said you didn't have the time, well, now it is a time where you can explore all these things without being bugged from the outside world. Go within, because that's where all answers lies, truly. And maybe that is a time for all of us to go deeper than we have been living for the past decade. Because after this, whether you're resisting this change or you are embracing this change, the change is happening for the better, and the world is never going to be the same after today. So instead of having a perspective of loss or an emotion of loss because things are not the same and things are getting uncomfortable, it is better to let go of your resistance and surrender to this worldwide crisis and connect to you even more, rather than following the crowd, rather than following the majority people, how they're dealing with it. It's better to follow your own direction because you want to be happy. You want to be happy. So don't hesitate being happy if everyone is crying. No. And if you have seen the stress, the panic about this quarantine time is about food running out, but the thing is, where does the food come from? Do you guys really think it comes from a freaking bench in the fridge, in the refrigerator, in the supermarket? Does that where food comes from? Or you just don't know where the food comes from? Because the food comes from the land that is yours, that you walk on every day. That's where the food comes from. And if you are worrying that the supermarket won't grow any food, then it is time for us to start growing our own food in your little garden, in your little area, in the land where you put your feet every day. Go there and dig out the soil, plant your seeds, and you'll see in no time your anxiety will be gone because you got your food. So I encourage everyone to plant your own food, and because we have lost touch of where our food comes from. We are in so much riot and fear because we don't see food in freaking, how do you say, in the freaking supermarket. And then you're panicking, your whole world is over. But guys, food does not come from a supermarket. No. Because it's almost like the way people are acting emotionally when there's no food in supermarket is quite shocking, because they truly believe that food comes from supermarket. This is a time to follow your heart and follow your inner intuition and do what you truly want to do for yourself. This is not a time to close yourself off. yeah, things might be different, but what is normal? I think the life that we were living in, the system that we're living in was never normal, and that this is normal, that everything is quiet down. That is what is normal. We think that normal is what we are used to, but what is normal? Ask, what is normal? This is a time to open up yourself and dive in to the river. To the river where all the secret lies deep inside the water. If only we can swim with it and not fight it. Embrace it. See it for what it is. Maybe we can all smile. And even though there's rules about you have to stay in, whatever, but wouldn't you rather be outside alone and explore the world in your own hands without any bugging, any fucking traffic, any crowd? Like, I think this is amazing. So I really just want to send this message to everyone that is watching to embrace this moment fully with open arms and do what you feel like is needed for you to protect yourself, but don't let fear make you a statue. No. Let fear open gates within yourself that you're so scared of by going inward and by doing things that you never had the time to, now that we all have the time to. And thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have a good day, night, wherever you're at, and thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my videos. Please keep subscribing, comment your thoughts. I hope you guys are all well. I hope you guys are holding tight and not losing your minds in this time. And peace.